The title of your book is Nordic Walking for Total Fitness. Talk about the fitness benefits derived from or enhanced by Nordic Walking.
First of all, what's amazing about Nordic Walking poles is that even people who don't know what their muscles are, they end up activating just by holding on to these handles with a light grip. They end up activating all of their key postural muscles, so back health becomes a super important benefit of using poles. And it's great because when you work with athletes, they know what their musculature is. They can take it to the next level and adapt to the skills. But when you work with people who are using the poles just to stay alive and just to move upright, it's not necessary that they know what their back muscles or their core muscles are called. They get the benefits anyway.
How can this book be useful to someone who's never experienced Nordic Walking, as well as to someone who already owns poles and participates in this activity on a regular basis?
Anybody can pick up this book and learn from it. And the great thing about this book is that two words that really describe it are advanced cardio training. However, we also have accommodated those who may have never Nordic walked. So what that means is that beginners who might be a bit used to working out and fitness, they may pick up the poles for the first time and they can learn with us how to do it. But somebody who already has a set of poles can take their fitness and training to the next level. This is the next step for them.
What is unique about your book that makes it stand out among the other books about Nordic Walking?
The content in this book is very different from any other book out there on Nordic Walking in North America, because we've taken the cardio training that others have presented in the form of beginning Nordic Walking, for example, to the next level. That means we are offering a lot of workouts that pertain to athletic training, plyometrics, agilities, all kinds of different traditional athletic training modalities. That is something that's very unique. The other thing that's unique is that we are able to share it with beginners as well. So we do allow a place to begin for people.
What equipment and/or clothing does someone need to get started with Nordic Walking?
You need to make an investment of a pole product that works for you, and that's a loaded topic right there. But the basic is a pole that is either adjustable or a fixed length pole that is measured to the proper height. And to find that out, you'll have to buy the book. But the other thing is there's certain footwear that you could consider. The marketplace is small for Nordic Walking footwear, but Reebok, Spring Boost, Loa, they're making really interesting products that I recommend everyone take a look at.
Nordic Walking benefits both people whose abilities are limited by age and other conditions, and athletes who want to improve performance. Explain how that's possible.
It's because the poles themselves, the equipment, they're adaptable to any person, any fitness level, any age. And it's kind of like practicing yoga. Once you start, you have a good experience. It seems that it never ends in intensity options. You can take it from grandmas to athletes for that reason.
Tell us about the poles. What type of investment is required? Are they difficult to maneuver? How do they help strengthen the core?
The investment required, it's twofold. You have to spend a little money, but once you spend the money on poles, anywhere from $69 to $200, yes, they're expensive if you are into performance, but they're worth it. So the investment is monetary, but it's also an investment of time, and what happens is that your time multiplies before your very eyes, because in strengthening the core, because you're activating the core now through the upper extremity, through those little rubber tips, you're getting a full body workout. And what you don't realize is that you can go longer and farther. So it's a safe and great investment of time.
You've had a long career that focuses on consumer education for outdoor sports and fitness. Talk a bit about some of the people you've helped achieve goals they set for themselves.
I started with outdoor consumer education by being an instructor, by being a sports instructor. I am a professional ski instructor. I have been for 29 years, and I credit much of the teaching that I do today, including with Nordic Walking, to what I've learned from the Professional Ski Instructors of America. That said, I've had the opportunity in the winter sports business to train high-end winter athletes for the U.S. ski team, for UCLA women's volleyball, and to stand by and observe some of the coaching methodology. I was very blessed to be asked to help in so many situations that I was eventually able to start my own business with their support in my back pocket. The people that I've helped are pretty vast, and now that I've been in this for as long as I have, I can sit here and say that I really have helped people, from athletes who wanted to improve a time of a half second to the woman who cannot walk down to the end of the driveway, let alone around the block. It's pretty compelling when someone dedicates their life to helping people. However, my strength has always been what I love, and that's being outside. To me, there is nothing better than no constraints, no limits.